Hey guys, so we are doing another driving video of Simpsonville, South Carolina. We are going to drive over here at Fairview Road, some of the neighborhoods back behind Fairview Road, so like Harrison Bridge Road, Neely Farm, all of those areas, Neely Ferry Road, so on. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive back over to kind of the Simpsonville downtown area, drive some of the neighborhoods over there, show you the downtown area. So let me know if you have any questions, but let's go and see the area. So out here in Simpsonville, you end up with a lot of your main shopping out here on Fairview Road. And this is where you're going to see a lot more traffic, but everything you need is out here. So you've got your Walmart, you have Hobby Lobby, you have a lot more of just your general day-to-day shopping and what you'll need. Also, being here in the South, you'll end up, waving to everybody whenever you're driving. That's just what you do. So this little hand wave thing, get used to it. So that's one of the things that's really great about Simpsonville is the location, like close to the interstate there. But then also there's all these little offshoots from these main roads that I think are good to know about. It's also easy to get to all of the shopping around here without actually going on to the main road. So you can take little back roads, or you can get off the interstate, like an exit or two before Fairview Road, or you can even get off the interstate and exit after Fairview Road and miss some of this traffic. So that's kind of a insider knowledge there is traffic can get pretty hectic around here, especially in your rush hour times. And rush hour in this area is not awful compared to like other cities. Like you're not going to be in the car for an hour. All right, so we're gonna go drive through this neighborhood. off of Davenport Road. We're in Foxwoods. There's a lot of really great little neighborhoods in Simpsonville that are like this one. Very established trees, nice yards. I mean, there's even a house for sale coming up right here that I think is, I mean, you're gonna find inventory in these areas. This neighborhood or this area, houses like this are gonna range in the 300 to 400s. But as you can see, like, everything's pretty well taken care of, updated, whatnot. So even across the street over here from like Foxwoods, Hutter's Creek, there's houses that are not a part of a neighborhood, so therefore you're probably not part of an HOA. But the pros and cons in that are just kind of the things that you're gonna have to be okay with. Is this is a main road. I know that you guys that like we talk about, okay, well, where are we? Where are we living? What kind of neighborhoods are we looking at? This is a yellow lined road. So it's gonna be a little bit busier. You're gonna have times of the day that like, it might be hard to get out of your driveway, but not terrible. And I have helped lots of people over here. So, but this is a great area. And there also some of these older neighborhoods don't have HOAs. So it's just very well taken care of and curated, and that's really what we're looking for. So, and in these older neighborhoods, this is where you're gonna find homes that like, they look a little different. This is where like, this neighborhood, there's a lot of split level houses. You don't see split level houses being built here in the upstate anymore. But in an older neighborhood like this, where the homes were built, say in like the 70s or the 80s, this was a very popular style of house, as well as like, it's just, we're looking for the updates along the way also. So like, you're gonna see some houses where the siding's been replaced or roofs have been replaced. Like, you're gonna be able to tell in a neighborhood like this. Get really bad about that. I'll be driving through a neighborhood and say, oh, I showed that house once, or, oh, I sold that house a couple of years ago. So remember when I said like out here in Simpsonville, you can find houses that have a little bit more property to them? Like this is a perfect area off of Davenport to see that. Now we're getting ready to turn on the Neely Ferry. It's a big road. It's a very, like, it's a main road in Simpsonville, but you'll hear people say, ooh, like, go look at Neely Farm. That's this area, and that's kind of where we're driving right now, is that Neely Farm area. It's a really established just area where houses are older, they're taken care of. You have new construction that's popping up in the area. I'm gonna take you and go drive through Fox Trace really fast. This is a neighborhood that is a little bit newer. So the houses in here definitely, I think more people will look into them. You do have an HOA in this neighborhood, but like there's really nice houses that are like 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Though some of these houses are like surprising because they're actually 4-bedroom houses and they're all one level. Or they have just a really nice one-level floor plan with like a bonus room and a bedroom upstairs. This neighborhood, I believe, also has a community pool, but here's something else that I like to notice. Even though these houses are a little bit closer together, there's sidewalks on both sides of the street. See, like here's a house for sale over here, and then there's a for sale by owner house over here on this side. And I just overall like the houses in this neighborhood. I mean, you've got brick houses, you have hardy board siding houses. Right here's the community pool. So easy walking distance. But then also what I notice, I guess as a realtor, but then also I hear the feedback from you guys, is you don't want houses that are cookie cutter or neighborhoods that are cookie cutter. This neighborhood is a really good example of a couple different builders that have been in this neighborhood, and just the houses look a little bit different perhaps. Oh look, there's ducks in that pond. Huh. This is a big neighborhood. But again, like the houses that you're seeing here are probably $400,000 to $500,000 just because of the location, and they're also just larger homes. So I know a lot of you guys are looking for homes like these. 1-level homes, maybe have a bonus room, brick. I mean, you can tell everybody in this neighborhood takes care of their grass and, you know, the trees in their front yards. And these homes are they're not old. Like, I think these homes are probably 10 to 15 years old, if that. So I think Fox Trace, good neighborhood to look into. Okay, we're going to continue to go. So continue to go down Neely Ferry. Now, Governor's Lake Estates is across the road there. So if you are looking for larger homes, maybe brick, it's another good neighborhood. Oh yeah. So these homes over here are probably minimum 500,000-600,000, if not a little bit more. So hey, if you're looking and that's your price point, this is a nice little neighborhood. It's not huge, easy walking, there's a pond. Also like that even though these homes are all brick and such, there's not, see, there's the pond. Isn't that cute? I love that. They're not cookie cutter. So Neely Farm is probably up there in like the top 5 neighborhoods that people want to live in. here in the Simpsonville area, just because, you have the established trees, you have, the houses that they're not cookie cutter. They're a little bit older. They were built in the early 2000s. There's no sidewalks in this neighborhood, but you're going to see people out walking and riding bikes and walking their dogs all the time. They do community events. There's a big community pool and clubhouse. Just very much like this is a place to be, to have community feeling. See, like you're somebody that's walking. And you're not just going to get families that live in this neighborhood. It's everybody. You're going to get young families, older families that have like teenagers or empty nesters. You're going to have couples that are retired, or somebody who's lived here for since the house was built. One funny, cool thing I would say about this neighborhood is their HOA does have a yard of the month club as well, which just goes to show you people like to take care of their yards around here. And I don't know, they're just beautiful. It's really nice. Yep. So price point as far as the houses in Neely Farm, you literally can go the gamut, but I would say high 300s to 400s, 500s, easy. You might even find some $600,000 homes in here. Neely Farm also has walking trails. I think there's a pond tucked in back in there. Just really, it's a great community to come and sink your teeth into and be a part of. So a lot of people move into Neely Farm and they never want to leave. But if you're looking for a home that's completely updated, I would, or has an open floor plan or anything like that, Neely Farm is an early 2000s house build. So just be aware of that. It's not going to be some of the more modern floor plans unless it's been really updated. Here's a perfect example up here. Here's another house for sale. Cars out front. And that house, so they are going for sale, but they go very quickly usually. So if you see one that's been on the market for a little bit, pounce on it. So we are on Rocky Creek Road right now. It's another road out here near Neely Farm. And we're headed towards Harrison Bridge Road right now. So just good roads to kind of keep in mind as you're learning the area. They'll kind of take you in a square. So now we're on Harrison Bridge, which is great. You'll get a good feeling for where everything is. Sadler's Ridge. Victoria Park is coming up. I've got 2 clients that are actually under contract right now in that neighborhood. And it's a very similar style neighborhood as what we just drove through. Maybe a little bit newer. Average price points is going to be like $350 to $400. But it's also a neighborhood that, I mean, I've been seeing more houses come up for sale. Fun story. The two clients that I have moving into Victoria Park are both moving from Washington State, and like, they've been great to work with, but like, y'all that watch these videos, like, that helps. And I know it does. So I hope, like, knowing these neighborhoods and these roads help. So this road that we are on right now takes us back to Fairview Road, where kind of all that shopping is. And we're headed back towards the Simpsonville downtown area. So you can tell about, how long does it take us to drive there from here. Yeah, so the amount of neighborhoods that are back here is just, there's a ton of them. And what's cool is it gets you close enough to everything to where, like, there's a Target, and there's your Hobby Lobby and Panera, and Andy's frozen custard. If you've never been to an Andy's, you need to. It's fantastic. Yeah, so all of your shopping out here. And yeah, but anything else that you need that maybe you can't get at, like, out here on Fairview Road, you're going to end up going to Woodruff Road for. I think pretty much everything. I mean, there's a brand new Publix and the Hobby Lobby. And then there's also a TJ Maxx and a Ross. And then you have your CVS here for, like, a pharmacy real fast. Again, you've got all sorts of little businesses. Your Chick-fil-A is down on Fairview Road. All right, back on Fairview Road. Ooh, local tip. Tropical Grill is so good. It is Cuban food, and it is a locally owned and operated franchise that my friend Lazaro Motanto owns, and is very good food. It's also easy to feed a lot of people with Tropical Grill. So if you're coming into town or you're moving and you're like, we need to feed our people, you can go on their website and put in a mobile order for a family meal. And like, it's so easy to just go pick it up, and they have everything ready for you, and it's good food and almost always have leftovers. And I think a lot of people forget that you can do that. So, little local insider food tip. So being out here on Fairview Road, we're getting ready to cross over 385, which 385 here will either take you all the way into Greenville, or it'll take you all the way to I-26, which will take you all the way to Columbia. So it's a good location because of that. But then also, so what we are doing is we're not getting on the interstate, but we're crossing over the interstate, and then we're going to turn left onto Highway 14, which then will take us all the way into kind of that Simpsonville downtown area. But then also it could take you all the way into like the Five Forks area as well. Oh my word. And then you have drivers like that. Such joy. So you guys, you've experiencing here the traffic, some of the traffic of Fairview Road and all of its lights. And this is what you're going to have to expect. Well, here's a little thing up here on the corner. If you're just looking for a Southern meat and three place, the Coach House has been here forever. So we finally made it to Highway 14. Woo! All the traffic. So much. But this takes us into downtown Simpsonville. So we turn left onto Highway 14, which is South Main Street, Simpsonville. If we would have taken a right onto Highway 14, it would have taken us past Heritage Park, where the amphitheater is. So if you love concerts and stuff like that, or you just want to know where the park is, definitely head down the other direction. So one thing that you guys will notice whenever you're driving, specifically near downtowns in the area, a lot of the downtowns around here are built up along railroads that are still active today. And those railroads all go into the inland port which is over in Greer. So definitely, like, just something to notice. So one of the cool things about downtown and Main Street is, unlike Fairview Road, Main Street here, this is all like locally owned businesses. Like, for example, the Slice is located right over there. The ice cream station is right there. You have the Exchange Coffee House, which is also in this strip over here. I don't know, like, this is where you're going to find all of those cute little shops. Farm Fresh Fast is coming up here on the right. They have 2 locations, one here in Simpsonville. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong, if there's another one, and I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. But Farm Fresh Fast also does meal prep and is a really good healthy food option for you guys because it's farm to table. So Simpsonville Fire Department and Police Department, here's their new buildings. They're so much bigger and better. Yeah, they're getting a new city hall. Like, it's fun. Last time I drove down here, these weren't bricked yet. So love that. So this is the Poinsettia neighborhood. Also another very desirable neighborhood. Basically because you're walking distance to downtown Simpsonville. A lot of people in here like own golf carts because you can drive your golf cart to downtown and park. There are street rules for your golf carts. You do have to be licensed. But this is really nice. See, the path in the middle there is wide enough for a golf cart. So that's a normal thing. 1-story brick ranch homes. And a lot of yard. Coming up on the community pool over here. Very active today, as it is 95 degrees outside and it's 12 o'clock. A lot of these homes have been updated. Lots of them. They hold their value very, very well. Now, there's two schools of thoughts on this, and if you've gotten this far in the video, I would love to know your thoughts. Do you paint brick to update it, or do you leave it its natural color? Because that's all over this neighborhood. You have painted brick, and then you have natural brick. Let me know. Big established trees. Comes with a pro and a con for that. These massive trees are great. And I mean, pro to big massive trees, they're, when they're shady and such, they'll help keep your house cooler during the summer whenever it gets to be 100 degrees. But at the same time, the older trees, you have to keep up with them, and if they fall and they're too close to your house. I've had quite a few clients, unfortunately, that have had trees fall on their houses. So in the Poinsettia neighborhood, as far as like price point of house, you could find something in the 300s, but really you could have a house up in it to the 600s as in this neighborhood. It just depends on how big it is and what is the updates that have been done to the to the house itself. But like the phrase, they don't build them like they used to. It's like, this is the style of house, this is the style of neighborhood that I say that because they don't build these the way like this today. A lot of these houses are just solid. Floors don't creak. They're gonna be here for another 20 to 30 years without a problem. Some of the houses that are built today, that's debatable. You have a little bit more autonomy as well in a neighborhood like this. So, you don't necessarily have too many restrictions on like what your mailbox looks like. So we're headed to the other side of Main Street, from the Poinsettia neighborhood. And you can kind of see where like it's really easy to drive or walk to this area from the neighborhood, depending on how deep in the neighborhood you live. So like if you're looking for that walkability to where you do have the option where you could walk or ride your bike or get on a golf cart and get to a small downtown. This is a great area that I think you have a really good shot at that walkability piece. So this is also fun. These are like historical homes. They've been here for a very long time. There's also a bike path over here that's like protected by a barrier. So again, it's really easy to, get out, enjoy walking, riding your bike, so on, and get from one side of town to the other. There's also little businesses. You have a nice neighborhood that's back there. And this is it brings you all the way back into that Main Street option. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see more, obviously comment on the video, let me know where you are looking, and then subscribe, because that's how we build up our community, and I get to know what kind of content you guys are looking for. Also, if you like this area or you like these neighborhoods and this is what you're looking for, reach out to the team, because we would love to help. Would love to give you a little bit more of an insider look about what exactly is here in this Simpsonville area. So anyways, guys, hope you've enjoyed it, and I will chat with you later.